Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tardis Zone live on this Monday evening. It's Monday, yeah, Monday evening. Welcome to everybody. I hope you all had a great weekend. Um, I just needed to do last night. Obviously, people will probably be wondering. People that haven't seen last night's video, I didn't do a live stream because I wanted to address a few things out there that being said about me in the fandom, and I basically did what I had to do. Did a video. You will see that I wasn't all screamy and calling people names as much as I normally do. But yeah, I think I got my point across. But again, today I see in the fandom that some people just want to keep us all separated and I'll just read this tweet, right? Because I mean, this is the whole point. This is why I do what I do, because of people like this. And I'm not even going to mention the person's name because you know what? They're not even worth mentioning, right? Now I've got a couple of tweets here, right? So I'm gonna read out, and I just want to say, excuse me, language, right? Because this is the tweet. It's got bad language in it. So it isn't though, is it? Fuckers like that scumbag Noel Zone are now actively boycotting a children's charity because Jodie Whittaker is involved in a single. Fuck hashtag not my doctor and fuck that scumbag incel bitch at Noel Zone and fuck that useless cunt at Baldstrek too. Now, as I said in my video last night, but obviously that knob hasn't actually took the time to actually watch my video. I said I'm not boycotting the song. If anybody wants to buy the single and support it, fair enough, right? Um, I decided that I was gonna do a joke version. It hasn't went down well with some people. And do you know what? I really don't give a flying fuck anymore because I'll tell you why. If people out there don't have a sense of humor, well, I'm sorry, I can't transplant your brain and make you have a sense of humor. All right, just can't. It's impossible for me to make you have a sense of humor. If you can't see the funny side of it, and it's actually funny that you do only keep bringing up that I do videos on Jodie Whittaker. No, I don't. I do videos on Chris Chibnall. If you go through my channel, I've done one on Yasmin Khan. I've done one on Crystal D. I've done one on who else have I done one on? Chris Chibnall himself. All right. So I mean, look, and then I seen a disgusting Twitter profile, which I've reported and which I've been informed has been taken down. It basically has a photoshopped photograph of Baldstrek, and there's a goat in the picture, and I won't tell you what he's doing to the goat, but you can use your imagination. Right? This is the kind of thing that this channel fights against. And I will keep doing it because I'll tell you why. These people shouldn't be getting away with what they're doing. But this tweet really, really annoyed me because, as I said, this is from someone that's close to the Doctor Who. I won't say who it is, but you will probably know who I'm talking about anyway. But this is the kind of stuff, and this is the kind of thing that this person writes, right? I already told you about another tweet from the I think it was it was from someone I think it was either I have to get this right. I don't know who it was from, right? I'm not going to say who it was from, but it was basically they said that they gravitated more towards New Who because they grew up with New Who, and I said and I made the point. Well then, okay, that's fair enough, and I get that, right? But what you should also be doing is you should be catering to the classic Who fans as well. Why not get someone in that has a bit of knowledge about the classic era so you can have a balance, right? But then I see this tweet then, right? Please buy and listen to Yellow by Jodie Whittaker so we can push her up the charts and annoy all those people who think she shouldn't be playing the Doctor and hate her for existing, right? Now, someone did reply back to this tweet, and again, I won't mention their name. And wow, great way to be a good fan. Help drive a wedge further into the fandom with actions and attitudes like this. The Not My Doctor crowd gets accused of everything under the sun. Yet here is this tweet. Now, this tweet is from someone that you all know that I've had problems with, right? I'm not even going to mention the person's name, but it is a true thing that what this other person said. It's another example of these creatures, and I'm going to say it, creatures trying to put a wedge between this fandom, and they have successfully been doing it, right? And been getting away with it. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this person has deleted the tweet because that's what they do, and then they play the victim because that's what I said happens. If you watched my video last night, I go into great detail in my video, and I talk about victim players in the fandom, and there's an awful lot of them, right? Here's another tweet. How about you bury yourself, Mr. Noel Zone? So basically, someone wishing me dead. These are the type of things that I'm getting. And don't worry, folks, I will put those tweets up, but I will cover the name, right? But you will see the tweets that I'm talking about. I'll show you the kind of stuff that I'm getting sent, right? I'll show you the kind of stuff that's getting sent to other people too. It's absolutely ridiculous the kind of carry on that's going on from these people, and they've been getting away with it for too long. And then that, I can't say too much in this video. but I've done videos on these people in the past. Go and watch them. And this is another example of how pathetic these people are. And I get accused of bullying. I'm not bullying. I'm exposing the toxic waste, the toxic crap that comes out of our mouths, right? And you know what? I get accused of, and it's true. We get accused of all sorts, right? This side of the fandom. I showed you articles last night. If anybody hasn't watched me videos from last night, I put 3 videos up last night. One where I'm talking myself for about an hour and 20 minutes or something, right? And then I put 2 articles up, and you will see the kind of feckin' spin that this media is putting on. Look, I said it last night in the video. This has made me a lot more determined to keep doing what I'm doing, and I do not care for 1 second. They can keep coming after me, You're going to get steamrolled, right? Because I'm taking no more crap from you. I'm going to expose you all. And that's what this channel was always about anyway, right? Exposing all this crap that's happening in the fandom, and I'm going to continue to do it. And I'm going to continue to get the fans on to voice their opinions as well. This is absolutely ridiculous. Now, I get sent worse things. Last week, I got sent severed heads, right? I was told that they were going to come over here and kill me. Yeah, still waiting, though. You know what I mean? They're just a bunch of notes. And here's the thing, right? A lot of these people that are attacking me, right, are in their early 20s, right? Late 20s, right? And the thing about it is, because I'm a bit of an older guy, right, and because some of these are women, right, I'm not supposed to say anything, right? As I pointed out last night in my video, and for everybody that's listening here tonight, right, imagine this scenario, that I was actually Noel, I was a woman, right, and I was receiving this abuse of men, right? It'd be a totally different scenario altogether. There'd be uproar. The difference is because they're women, right? They play the victim. They come after a bloke, right? I'm supposed to man up and all this crap or whatever the attitude is, right? Where's the equality in that? I said it already. If you're a woman or a bloke, you come after me, right? Or you're making videos about me, I'm going to defend myself. I don't give a shit. End of. Like, that's the way it goes. You want equality. Do you know what, though? Here's the thing. I'm probably treating you as more equal than everybody else out there, because at the end of the day, if you come after me, whether you're a woman or a man, I come after you equally the same bloody way. It's as simple as that. I don't think anybody even knows that. I've had enough playing games with this fandom, but that type of stuff has to stop. And then you have certain parts of the fandom then basically asking fans to donate their money. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And then these are the same people then that go and attack the fans. I don't care. Does anybody here? Because I don't care. If Jodie Whittaker's song, I said it last night in the video, if Jodie Whittaker's song gets to #1, fair bloody play. It's for children in need. It's for charity. right? But I have a right to voice my displeasure at the song. I think she butchered the song. Simple as that. Do you know what I mean? And I'm entitled to do that. But here's the thing: they say I'm bullying her. I didn't. I put the original up. See, you won't talk about that. I put the original video up. I put the original song up. I mean, right? And then I pulled up a chipmunk version because I always do funny versions of things that I see. I even did a funny version of Crystal Day's rap, if everybody remembers. So I don't. Do you know what I mean? It's what I've always done, but because it's precious Jodie Whittaker, you know what I mean? And then they talk about equality, right? So I'd be doing the same if it was a male doctor. Trust me, I'd be doing the same if it was a male doctor singing Yellow. I'd be doing the same thing. That's the thing. I'd be doing the exact same thing. It's just because people do know that I don't like Serious 11 and I don't like Jodie Whittaker's acting. They actually think that when I say anything about Jodie, everything is in malice. No, it's not. And as I said last night, sometimes I do videos just to poke you with sticks to annoy us. And it does annoy us. And you know what? It gives me great pleasure. Gives me great pleasure. So you can get annoyed all you want. Little Jodie bots, she won't be around for long anyway. As I said last night, everything changes. Everything changes. And changes coming thick and fast. Trust me. So, I mean, who's eating chocolate covered ants? I just seen that comment in there and I just had to stop.
A recipe popped up on my feed for pasta salad.
All right.
And remember today's the anniversary.
Listen, guys, I just want to say thanks to everybody again, as I said in that video last night, for all the messages, right? But I'm okay. Everybody's worried. You don't need to worry about me. I'm okay. The reason why I didn't do the live stream last night is because I really wanted to do that video because I had everything in my head and I thought if I leave it, do the live stream and leave it, I'd forget all my thoughts. So I just wanted to do it and get it done. I didn't cancel the live stream because of Jodie bots. They're under control on Twitter anyway. They're still trying to add me. They're so sad. They're so sad. You know what I mean? And do you know what? It's quite funny, to be honest, that they get triggered. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, if she makes it to #1, fair play. But I mean, for someone to put out a tweet like that, it just goes to show the desperation. And, you know, I think some of these people should really take a long, hard look at themselves, especially those, as I said, that go out there and ask the fans for donations and then they go and attack the fans. I mean, I just can't get my head around that. I really can't. I mean, how dare these people? I mean, they come into our show. Remember that. They come into our show as fans most of these, right? And then they take over the fandom. They take over the show. And then they basically tell us, well, F you don't have a say anymore. Yeah, well, you do. As I said last night, this is why all this nonsense the last couple of weeks has made me more determined and has made me realize that what I've been doing has been for the good, right? And some people, Cheryl's laughing at me, right? But it has been for the good because I've brought people together, right? I've brought fans together that haven't been able to express their opinion and haven't been able to actually get together and actually talk civilly. You know what I mean? I do see the live chat there. Everybody's talking about different subjects, but they're all getting on. Daniel and Paul do have phone conversations. Daniel just be talking about it on Twitter and stuff. You have other people talking to each other. So that's something to be proud of. I'm proud of this channel. So they've made me more, because you know what, it was as I said to you, the last couple of months I have been questioning, should I keep this going? Is it worth all the grief and the aggro? And then the last couple of weeks have made me say, fuck yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. Because at the end of the day, as I said, can't abandon the fandom right now. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't. They'll be gone before we're gone. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. There's already been. I'm already in talks with someone, and a couple of more people. I can't say too much, but hopefully there'll be something that not just this channel. There'll be other channels as well that you will all feel at home, and you will be all able to express your opinions. As I said, I can't say too much right now, but let's just say I'm in talks with other YouTubers right now, and we are going to do something. So, yeah, that's something to look forward to. Oh, right. What have I got? I've got messages coming through, so I might as well just see who's texting me just to see if there's anything important. And I'll give out the usual shout outs, actually. Hold on, we'll go right up the top now and see who's joined us tonight. See, there's 26 people watching at the moment. If you wouldn't mind, please give that video an old like. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell, all that jazz. Yeah, I'm not surprised there, Marty. Thanks for those messages. I'm actually not surprised there. He doesn't like me. But you know, hey, you can't be loved by everybody. Michelle Blue Bonnet, Hoovian, Yvette, Paul, Charlotte is here, Gary is here, welcome. Paul is here, Daniel is here. Who else have we got? It's gone a bit too fast. Jesus, that's a lot of comments there. Jesus. Jesus. Marty is here as well. Actually, I did mention Marty just there, but I'll mention him again. Stephen Cassidy is here. Unknown 289. The Doctor, aka Amy. Dane is here. Jesus, I think there's a few people in here trying to break the world record for the most bleeding messages. Pazadude is here. Welcome. Who else have we got? We got Tardis here. See, you've changed back to the Doctor Who logo thing. Nice. Well, I did like your film intro. Blue Bonnet Hoovian. I have to say, did like the film intro. Michael is here as well. Welcome, Michael. We've got me lovely wife. Mwah. Welcome. Jeez. I'm spreading the news. Do. I'm leaving today. Peter Davison is here. Woohoo! Thought you were gone missing, man. Text me. Let me know that you're okay. And I think that's everybody, actually. Yeah. Yeah, well, I will do a song, but the difference is I won't be using any auto-tune. Right? So I don't care if you hear me raw voice. I will sing just to sing a song, just to prove a point. That's all. I'm just saying, if they were going to get her to sing a song, I wouldn't have chosen Yellow. I can understand why they actually chose it, because it probably for Jodie Whittaker, it probably would have been the easiest choice for her. But I probably would have went with something like Mad World or something. I think that would have worked well with her. It's for charity anyway. So I mean, you can't really knock it, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't like her vocal performance. I just gave me opinion. That was it. I see Stephen has put a link to a YouTube thing. What is that, Stephen? Mad World by Tears for Fears. Yeah, but I do like the Gary Jules version. Super John has just popped in. Welcome, Super John. Super John. We have a Super Ted here. Super Ted. Where is Super Ted? Oh, he looks real sad. Do you want to come up and say hello to everybody, Super Ted? Come here. Come on. Oh, straight away. Look at this, folks. Come here. Come on. Up to Daddy. Oh, say hello to everybody. Say hello. Oh, don't get grumpy. Don't get grumpy. Say hello to everybody. Hello, everybody. Now, if you like this cute dog, right? If you really think this dog is cute, hit that like button. Isn't that right? Tell them, if you think I'm cute, hit that like button. Oh, the like button hasn't even moved. Ted, they don't think you're cute. We got one like, Ted. You got one like. Look, you got one like. But the rest of them don't like. There's 28 people watching. You think some of them must be cat people. You must be cat people, Elias. Meow. Cat people. Did you hear that? Meow. Yeah, there's a few Teddy fans here. Yeah, we'll have to put up a Teddy video. Remember, Teddy does have his own little channel, don't you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm really bad on that.
But yeah, Cheryl is actually running that YouTube channel. So I'll have to get a couple of videos together for her so she can upload them onto it. But we should have some, shouldn't we? Yeah. Say hello to everybody. Everybody likes you. You're the star, apparently. So, do you want to sit here with me for a few minutes, right? No? Do you want to sit here for a minute? No? Okay. Thank you for coming up. Right. Don't worry, anyway. Yeah, I did watch about Professor Dinkle's new video. He's gotten a here. It's actually funny, right? Because they're criticizing Ballstreck, but they're criticizing me as well. And like, I'm like what you wrote me in with Ballstreck. Me and Ballstreck do different type of videos. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, he does his and I do mine. And I love his. I couldn't do his Professor Dinkle videos. They're brilliant. And he also used to do, what was the ones that he used to do? Something Vision. He just winged them. He just come on live and talk. He's brilliant. His channel is brilliant. People criticize him. I speak to the guy. And I do. I speak to him. I'm not just saying I speak to the guy and don't speak to the guy. I actually speak to the guy. He is one of the nicest chaps out there, I'm telling you. And I keep saying that about all the YouTubers that I've interacted with. All these guys and ladies that have been targeted by certain members of each fandom, right? There's a certain demographic that target them, right? And you know, when you talk to these people, like it's like, where are they even getting these assumptions from? You know what I mean? I can see why people think I'm an asshole, right? I know I'm an asshole. I know I could be an asshole. The thing is, as I said last night, I don't have a filter, right? And that's the way I'm always going to be. I'm never going to change. And if I think that someone has done wrong in the fandom, like I have tonight, I have no hesitation in saying what I say because I believe in what I'm doing. You know what I mean? The bottom line is this shouldn't go on for too long, and yeah, it shouldn't, and hopefully this madness. But you know what? You once you get one fanatical group out of your fandom, another one always takes over. So, you know, we won't be fully out of the water. We'll have to like some other politic. Ghetto Vision, that's what it was, Daniel. Thank you. Ballstreck's videos that he just did offhand, they were deadly. Um, so I mean, already you could even see the reaction to Joker. I mean, all the woke media and all their followers and supporters are slating this movie, saying that it glamorizes violence. Steven Seagal movies, I just want to point out. Wesley Snipe movies, just want to point them out as well. Let me see. You had what's his name? What's your man Bronson? Charles Bronson movies, Clint Eastwood movies. Uh, Hollywood has been glamorizing violence, bleeding since Hollywood came into existence, right? The problem which is ours is that you don't like art and that basically either it's like the Dave Chappelle series. You attack that because you don't want anybody poking fun at you or ideology or showing people that there's flaws and stuff that you say, and then you attack movies like Joker, but you see it's backfired. It's backfired spectacularly because Joker now it's already had a record opening weekend apparently, and it's going to actually make a shit ton of money. So for all you woke journalists that criticise the movie before you've even seen it, yeah. Oh well, maybe I could play the Joker. Hmm. Maybe I could play the Joker. No, I'm only messing. I couldn't play the Joker. Yeah, Watch Mojo also baffles me as well, Charlotte. Jesus Christ, that's woke as crap. Um, I actually do have a couple of more videos for you tonight, believe it or not. I have them not ready to go, but I'm on the final stages of editing them. I can never say that word properly. Editing them.
Editing?
Yes, editing. Oh, there, said it. Editing. That was easy. Yeah, I'm on the final stages of doing that. I'm not going to say it again because I'll just make a hash of it. Um, Actually, I hope I didn't delete that. No, I didn't. Um, so one of them is going to be basically two doctors are going to do a crossover. Yeah. So I have that one, and then apparently Screen Rant has an article of 10 famous people who appeared in Doctor Who and that we have forgotten.
Well,
But
how could I forget? It was three of them were from Jodie's.
I know, yeah,
And
yeah,
the rest
yeah.
of them weren't forgotten.
I know.
Stupid.
But I'm gonna put that one up as well. But it's funny
It's
that.
awesome.
But here's the thing, and I said, and I keep saying this, right? Look at all the articles that are coming out recently, right? There's one out about Christopher Eccleston talking about his sex life. How many times a week he has sex, right? You have other articles about David Tennant. You have other articles about other stuff, classic stuff, right? But none really of like Jodie Whittaker at all, or nothing about. And you know what I've noticed as well? And if you read every single article that I've put up, right, always at the end of most of them, and look at it, it always says Doctor Who will return for Series 12, or they will say, oh, I wonder what this doctor would feel like meeting Jodie Whittaker now that she's a woman. And it was the same with Craig, right? Craig from Craig from Doctor Who. the lodger, right?
Change the
Yeah. So what you call it? He said, "Oh, wouldn't it be great?" Or something about it'd be deadly if how Craig would react to see Jodie Whittaker as the doctor. They do anything. So the article's about something else, but they want to rope Jodie Whittaker into it because they can't talk about anything. And there again, like I get sent some tweets of a YouTuber that's basically slating me channel because they're pathetic. And this person's been trying to reach out to me again because they've been sending people to me or they're coming under different accounts saying that this person's not really bad and all this, right? Keep bragging about how many books and videos they have and all this crap and then go and slate my channel. Now, I've already told you once before, right? You leave my channel out of it. Right? I don't know what your problem is with me, right? But leave my channel out of it. I have not said anything about your shitty little channel or about how many videos you have and you're in the Guinness Book of Records and you're a record author. You can shove all those books up your ass for as far as I'm concerned. Do not come after my channel. I told you already. Leave me alone. How bloody thick are you? Seriously. Oh, calling me channel trash.
You know what we should talk about?
No, it doesn't matter. Do you know what? I'm actually sick and tired of this. No, because do you know what? This has been happening the last 2.5 weeks, right? I'm being attacked from everywhere, right? I've got fucking radical feminists on me fucking back, right? I've got that stupid cunt on his channel after me, right? And I've got other dickheads as well, right? I'm sick of it. And you know what? They're all doing it behind me back because they wouldn't say it to me bleeding face. And that's what's annoying. Now, I told you already once before, I'm not going to warn you again, and it is a warning. Leave my channel out of it. Don't be slating my channel. I haven't slated your channel or said anything about your channel. Do not be coming after me because you'll regret it. And that goes for anybody that thinks they can come after me. Yeah? I'm sick and tired of every single one of you parasites, all you YouTubers out there that are doing videos behind me back, right, talking about me. Yeah? Yous are all a bunch of parasites and your day will come. Right. I'm gonna bring on Yvette first because Yvette has to get up early. So I promised Yvette. So I'm just gonna see if Yvette is ready to come on. But I'm serious. I'm done playing games now. I mean, at the end of the day, right? You're attacking me because I don't like an actress. You're attacking me because I don't like a TV show, and you're attacking me because other fans are talking. Right? Now, big mistake. Because people have came after me in this fandom before and have failed. And yous will all fail. And do you know what? You might say I sounds arrogant, sounds cocky. No, because I know. Because I know. Because the difference between me and you is that I stick to me convictions, and when I actually say something, I do it. Whereas when you say something, you don't actually mean it because you're all keyboard warriors and because you're in front of a camera. Remember, as I said, one day there will come a time where our paths will cross in this fandom. And I can't wait for that day. Trust me. You know, I should hire a room, as I said. Hire a room for you all, just so you all show up. And then I'll show up then and see if you will say all that stuff to me face. One by one, you'll be all carted out. Oh.
Can you hear me?
Hold on, you're a bit high. Hold on. Right, go. Say something there. Oh, no, she's too low.
4G on, is that better?
Yeah, okay. No problem. There we go. Ow.
Hello. Hello, I've got my voice back, everyone.
Yay!
Nice to hear. Nice to have you on for. So, what would you like to talk about tonight there, Yvette?
I don't know. I had something planned for last night. Horror.
Ask her to explain the quantum computer.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll
We
tell
did.
her about that.
Do you know
What
what?
question you wanted to ask on quantum computers that Cheryl mentioned?
Yes.
Oh,
Until we're watching Goggle.
right.
Okay,
Yeah.
don't growl at me.
I didn't growl. I just said quantum. It's not going to be a straight answer. It's like, for example, we're watching something today, right? And you're a scientist, right? So apparently they can make videos out of DNA. But when we were watching this feckin' bleeding clip, right, and the scientist talking, he didn't mention whose feckin' DNA. This
It
is
was two different things. It was the DNA and then the quantum computer.
yeah, right. So do you want to, if people don't mind, obviously, what is a quantum computer? Can you explain it?
Sure.
Is this
Okay,
going to take
there is
20
a-
minutes?
Huh?
Is this going to take 20 minutes?
I bloody hope not. I'm going to make this as layman as possible.
That's
Are
what
you
we
listening?
wanted.
Cool. I'm just asking. I wasn't being funny, but you know, you scientists, like, you know, you can never just get straight to the answer. You have to.
That's not true.
You go one way, then you go another way, and then you go this way, and then that
I
way.
apologize
Bloody charming, no.
for that. Boo.
Right.
Right, go ahead.
Here's ready. Quantum computers.
Yeah.
Okay, there's one at NASA. A quantum computer contains a quantum chip. The quantum chip is made up of a proton. That is a light particle, the fastest thing in the known universe. It travels at the speed of light.
Right.
Inside the computer, the proton is protected by a certain force field. That force field stops other particles having a look at it. Now, we go back quickly to the cat in the box, dead and alive at the same time till you lift the lid. And this is what happens to the quantum particle inside the computer. It's in two. It's on and off at the same time while not being observed. So therefore, the computer runs at approximately 2,800 times faster than any PC on the market, tablet, or phone right now.
Right, can I
It's a
just
game changer.
hold on before you explain any more? There's one question while I was, and you're just after saying it there. How can something, right? Maybe I'm stupid, but how can something be on and off at the same time?
Same way Schrodinger's cat can be dead.
Oh no!
Okay.
Stop this Schrodinger cat business.
You're upsetting Ted.
No,
Yeah.
quantum physics 101. Listen up. It's the whole basis to the theory of quantum physics. Schrodinger's cat. Put a cat in a box with a decaying radioactive poison. You shut the box and leave the cat in there. Until that lid is open, the cat could be dead or could be alive. That is a state in which particles exist in quantum physics. While not being observed, and until you lift the lid and look at the cat, it could be dead or it could be alive. So therefore, to surmise, it's both on and off like a light switch, dead and alive. And physics, quantum physics, particles react exactly the same way. When not observed, a particle splits into two.
Right. I'm listening.
Does that
Go
make
on.
sense?
Yeah, I don't know. I got that
sense?
so far. Yeah. That's simple enough to understand. Yeah, but
Inside
still.
the quantum computer is a photon, a light particle. It's not being observed because it's protected by a certain type of force field. So it is, in fact, split into two, creating zeros and ones at the same time, on and off. The light switch off and on. The cat is dead and alive. The photon is inside it as a 0 and a 1 in light form. So therefore, the speed at which the computer can work is tenfold to what any other computer could even conceive. It's a game changer.
Right, and how much? I got one more question. When are they going to be, before Cheryl jumps in there with a question that's going to be really, really clever and make me look foolish? Are these computers going to be available to the general public? Because if not, I don't give a flying crap.
Okay, yes, the goal was 2020. However, the NASA computer has caused so many issues, and it's not NASA's computer. NASA bought it because of the containment problem. It's not that the quantum computer doesn't exist, because it does, and it works. It's the containment of the particle. Now, the NASA computer keeps blowing up because there is only one thing on this planet that can stop other particles seeing other particles, and it's called antimatter. And what they're using is a couple of drops of antimatter held in an electromagnetic field, because antimatter cannot touch matter, otherwise things explode. So the NASA computer often goes bang if someone puts a cup of coffee near it. So this is the issue. It's not the actual computer, it works fine. It's the containment. And until that's solved, we can't exactly put it in everyday tablets, phones, and computers, because every time someone drops a phone, burps near one, it could go pop. So, although 2020 was the goal, and I was one of them working on that, I don't think it'll be around for another 5 years, maybe. They've made great strides in balancing the problem using gyroscopes, etc. But the potential with the antimatter is so dangerous. They are looking for another solution for us, the public.
Right,
Okay.
which means we'd probably never get to see this technology.
Which what they were saying.
No. You are half glass full. It will happen. They are working towards it. Stop being so bloody negative.
He can't help it of that.
So I still have my voice back, don't I?
Yeah, go on.
What they were saying was that the quantum computer, the quantum computer could.
Sorry, Teddy.
Say hi. The quantum computer, right, Mama? The quantum computer could do stuff that a regular computer would need, like it could do it in milliseconds, just of the time.
No, I can't hear her properly.
So they were saying that the quantum computer can do things faster, like ridiculously fast compared to even other supercomputers.
Yeah, exactly, Cheryl. As I said, it works out at about 2,800 times faster than a single core in a computer. So,
which all I know
is our own network of fiber optics, because it travels at the speed of light. It's there before you sent it, basically. So the internet, everything else, if our system of fiber optics is up to scratch, the internet will be something completely different. It's a game changer on a level that I can't even foresee the changes yet, but then I'm not a social butterfly. So
that's just crazy.
I can imagine, I could be talking to you and you're answering me at the same time sort of level. That's how fast it is.
Wow.
So we'll live in a world with sex robots, fucking quantum computers, light speed internet. What about flying cars? Any chance of flying cars aren't practical?
Well, there are flying cars now. They're just impractical at the moment. They use too much fuel,
Yeah.
and
I
we've
thought
got to
they.
design something like an anti-grav.
Yeah, I thought they
Um,
have anti-grav. Yeah.
People are working on that for sure. I'm not, because it's not my field, but again, I do know scientists that are working on anti-grav and using electromagnetism to use that as like a false anti-grav.
Mm.
You know, Back to the Future 2, that was an anti-gravity board that he used, but really how they did it was electromagnetism, and that's the way forward. I think with anything like that.
Interesting. Do you think we'll go too far with science, though? Do you think we'll go too far with technology? Do you think technology, because we're building all these kind of smart computers? Elon Musk obviously talked about AI and saying he even wouldn't get into it because we're going into dangerous territory there. And I know there's scientists working on this sort of stuff. Do you think we could go too far and technology could end up actually turning against us, a bit like a Terminator
Yeah,
2 situation? Now, I'm not being funny here. I'm actually asking a genuine question. Could we go too far?
I have been asked this in lectures, Noel, so don't feel stupid. AI, as it exists now, is no danger because it's not true AI.
Right.
There is no real AI out there yet.
Right.
AI is a consciousness, and no computer has, or robot or whatever, has actually reached that yet. However, should it, I would find myself a deep bunker and move in.
Yeah.
Because I believe, and Terminator gets it right with Skynet, as soon as AI actually becomes
self-aware,
conscious, that's the problem.
Yeah.
And I agree with Elon Musk, and I agree with many other scientists that AI right now is not really AI, it's just smart computing that learns.
Yeah, but is that not dangerous in it? Would that not be dangerous?
Real AI is consciousness.
Yeah, but Yvette, would that, even learning computers like that, is that not dangerous? No, or have you got safeguards there?
It's not. It's still a program.
All right. Okay. I get you.
It's a program, a learning program. I mean, I've got an Alexa, and now she'll probably say something now. I said her name. She's classed as AI. She isn't.
Right.
She's a learning program. She learns my voice. She learns what I like. She knows everything I do in the mornings and sets it all up for me. It's very clever stuff, but it's not real AI. It's just very, very clever learning programming.
What's the name of that robot that have Sophia,
right now,
isn't
because
it?
AI consciousness is a long way off.
Right, so we're pretty safe for now, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd put money on it.
Has anybody got any questions for Yvette? This is what we do when Yvette is on as well. If anybody actually has any questions they'd like to pose. Quantum physics, obviously, if anybody, because that's a forte. If anybody has any particular questions you would like me to ask, then
or if there's a load of newbies, no.
Yeah.
I'm happy to cheer everyone up and repeat my African story if no one's heard it.
It will never not be funny.
It's up to you guys. Let me know.
It will never not be funny.
Now I've got my voice back. It's
Stephen Cassidy says, what's your favorite Who planet, Yvette?
My favorite new planet.
Who planet? Who?
New.
Who? HOW. Who?
As in Doctor Who.
Yeah,
Doctor
I might not say that word properly.
No, you're not.
Who? Yeah, I'm saying Doctor Who. Who?
Yeah, my favorite Doctor Who planet. Oh, it's got to be Skaro. Come on.
Tardis asks, I think we were asked this before, but you can answer it again because obviously there's some newbies in the chat as well. Be interesting for you to answer this. Is time travel possible? Asks Tardis.
Well, Therese, yeah, we've had this before. Time travel is most definitely possible going forward in time. We've covered this extensively. We do it every day when we get in a car and on a train, but you can extend that a lot further. And we are looking at every time you go into space, you're time traveling. You know, it moves slower in space than it does on the Earth, so people age quicker than people in space. So this is all to do with time travel. I know you guys are asking me, have we built a TARDIS? No, we haven't, but it is the holy grail of quantum physics, time travel and faster than light travel. As we're going back in time, I would love to, but there are way too many problems, apart from the fact of the paradoxes and the butterfly effect and the grandfather effect, and just generally it's a tough question and it's far more complicated. So there are scientists working on theories to do it, but the more general people that are working on time travel, it's going forward in time.
Yeah,
because it is theoretically possible.
I wouldn't want them to be able to have the ability to go back through time, because if they did, we wouldn't know obviously what they would be capable of manipulating if they did go back through time, and
Exactly.
we wouldn't actually notice the changes, or would we?
No, we wouldn't.
Well,
Because
maybe.
it would create a new timeline.
Maybe, or maybe, the Mandela effect has been talked about. People basically
Yeah.
reliving things. There could be
I mean, we talked about that as well. And the only Mandela effect out of all of them I've seen, and I've researched this, was the one I brought up about the Hindenburg, which was bizarre.
Yeah. Stephen Griffiths actually asks us a great question. Can the butterfly effect be validated as a factual effect, or is it just theory? If so, why does that constitute a practical danger?
Well, the butterfly effect is just a quote, and we all know the film, which I won't go into that. It's along with paradoxes and the grandfather effect. It's all the same thing, the butterfly effect. You step on a bug in the Jurassic period, and man's never born. That's the butterfly effect. The paradoxes are you go back in time, you affect something you have no idea about that actually correlates with your own timeline, and therefore you're never born, so therefore you can never go back in time and change it. And I could go around in circles, which is a paradox. And the grandfather effect, go back in time, shoot your grandfather, but you're never born, that's another paradox. So, there are so many and motherfucking issues, I'm sorry, about time travel going back, that there aren't that many scientists working on it, but they are, and they're trying, and trying to put protective ways of observing the past without influencing it or changing it in any way, because that has to be the law. There is a law when it comes to time travel, whereas traveling into the future is far more feasible.
But here's the thing, I was going to ask you.
We'd be doing that if we were traveling interstellar, even with light speed or cold fusion, or if we were traveling through wormholes at immense speeds covering our galaxy, or subspace, or warp speed, or however we want to put it. When these come to fruition, and they will eventually, that is time travel in its own right.
I was going to ask though, what if you time travel? What if you went back to the future, but you didn't actually go back to your own country, right? So you wouldn't have a chance of meeting yourself. You wouldn't have a chance of messing around with your grandfather, or punching him in the face, or whatever it is, or doing whatever. Like, what if you time travel to a different country? Would the same principles still apply though?
Yes, absolutely. You may not affect your own timeline, but you would affect.
I don't give a crap
timeline
about anybody else's timeline. Just once my timeline is fine, I don't give a crap. So I'd be fine.
But what if that timeline created Gandhi, or created Mother Teresa, or created, you know, you don't know what a timeline's going to create.
No.
And major historical events. I mean, we can refer back to Doctor Who on this. There are certain events in time and space that cannot be changed, right? These are events that have to happen. And say you could go back to Vesuvius and rescue people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another country.
Yeah,
You're saying you don't care. Really, that would cause a ripple effect of immense change in the timeline.
I know. I wouldn't save them anyway, because then we wouldn't have got those beautiful images that we got, and the recent image of a man that was caught masturbating. His last act on this
I've not
earth.
seen that one. I've got several pictures of dead bodies.
Well, they actually put a new one up on. There's a new one. There's a new one gone up on Twitter. It was put up a couple of days ago. So basically, found another one.
Is it real?
It is. Yeah, it's real. He's lying on the bed and he has his hand on his thing, and that was the last thing. So he must have been, as I said, he must have been really. As I said, he must have been really pissed, man. The volcano came quicker than he did. I tell you.
Has anyone got any serious questions for me?
Oh, we ran out of time, Eva. We've run out of time. The buzzer went there.
Okay.
Because I've got to bring Daniel on as well, and other people as well.
No worries. No.
Listen,
it's nice to have my voice back.
I'm glad you're back to good health again. It was not because it's not the same without you. It's not the same without you.
Oh, bless you.
So listen, you look after yourself and keep taking whatever you've been taking to get better, because you sound a lot better.
Well, I've knocked the brandy on the head, so.
Yeah, I've knocked the whiskey on the head for a while. Yeah.
I watched the whole stream the next morning, Noel. I nearly wet myself laughing.
Yeah, it was funny. It was. I've watched.
Yes, I was laughing at your pain. It's nice to be able to do that, because generally people laugh at my pain. So it's nice to be able to reciprocate.
That's it.
All right, guys.
I'll see you on Wednesday. Yeah, you'll be around Wednesday, won't you?
I never miss a stream. No.
No problem. No.
I haven't done since I've been with you for years.
You look after yourself, Yvette, right? And I'll talk to you soon.
Love you, Cheryl.
Oh, she's brought the dog out, so she's not here.
Give her a snug for me.
I will indeed. All right,
now. Take care.
See you. Look after yourself. Good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. And that was Yvette, everybody. That was a great call. Yvette is very good, because Yvette knows I'm very skeptical when it comes to scientists, right? I just have me reasons. I just don't believe everything that we're being told and stuff like that. But I love listening to Yvette, because she tries to explain things to me that I don't fully understand. And if it makes me more open-minded about it, then fine. But I still don't believe we landed on the moon. So, I could be wrong about that as well. But right, so we get on Daniel. We'll see if he's ready. Hey Ted, you back? Did you enjoy yourself? Oh, he's all happy and smiley face. He's all happy and smiley face. Right. Yvette said you missed Yvette's.
I know.
She said I was to
I
give
was
you.
hoping I was gonna make it.
I was to give you a hug.
No, I won't.
She doesn't want the hug. She doesn't like me.
Hi, no, how are you? How are you?
I'm not too bad, Daniel. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Right, I got into the show on hot deals, the big finish hot deals, and I'm absolutely fantastic. You should get into them.
Oh well, I've actually seen your post on Twitter about it. You actually sound like you're really enjoying them.
Yeah.
They, I mean, just kind of give us an example of what the kind of premise of the one that you're actually listening to now. What's it about?
I'm about to start. I'm about to start the very last. The very last. The very last series of it. I've not started the last opposite yet, but I finished. I finished. I finished the first very they're actually very good because it actually goes into like very dis very descriptive detail about what happened time during the time or and stuff like that. Into the it goes into the strategies of the time lords and to the weeks as a little bit like you can't get attached to a character because a character can be killed off like that basically.
It sounds very interesting. I have listened to a Sylvester McCoy, as I told you. I've listened to
Yeah.
a Colin Baker one as well, and I think I listened to a fake Peter Capaldi one. I think that might have been a fan made one though, but that was actually very
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I mean, look, I've been seriously looking at the Big Finish do deals all the time and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start getting a few because do you know what I mean? Look, we all know that we support Big Finish. There's something good going on there,
Yeah.
and it should be supported. So yeah, I mean, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get some more deals in the future. The only drawback to them though is the price of them though. Or if you get what I mean, they are expensive.
Yeah, but the thing about it is though, Daniel, right? I do get your point, right? You do a lot of sales, but a lot of the main ones that they do are pretty expensive. But the thing about it is, as you've said,
Yeah,
rightly pointed out, Big Finish is actually it's very good. You're really finding yourself getting into them. You get attached to characters and you're enjoying it. I mean,
yeah,
in all fairness, if you're getting that much enjoyment, I know they're
yeah.
expensive, but you will appreciate it more, and you
I,
already do.
yeah, and basically is basically the the dialects of the area again. in the audios that I'm listening to, the dialects actually come up with some original um, plans, basically.
Yeah, I just seen a link there by a geek named Joel. I don't really condone that, and I know it's but it's Big Finish, and I mean I think it deserves to be supported properly. Um, to be honest, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna remove that because, to be honest with you, support them, but support them properly. Um, yeah. Right, go ahead, Daniel.
Um,
Sorry, I just had to like.
so yeah, I mean, and so yeah, I mean, there's a lot of talent. It's um, people actually involved, and think and I think Big Funny she's only going to get is only going to get stronger as time goes on, basically, because I think the TV series is has gone downhill, and that was even before or Abnell took over.
Um, Charlotte says Big Finish have a lot more freedom when it comes to stories. That's what I think makes them so good.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be the case. And Geek Name Joel says, yeah, I honestly do agree, and all they're great, and I've ordered a few physical copies from their site. I know. I know what you are saying. For people out there that can't really, it's a good idea, but we should all
yeah,
support it properly because do you know what? Big Finish has been apparently everything that I've seen on Twitter about Big Finish and some of the stories that have been released. That it does have a lot of fans, and you'll notice that a lot of the fans that are supporting this seem to be a lot of the classic Who fans. They've gotten
yeah.
right behind Big Finish now.
Yeah, but you see, um, some of the, some of the John Hurt stuff has a lot of classic elements within it though, because like basically you're starting to see some old companions like um I'm into the series in the fourth offset, which I'm about to start tomorrow. Well, basically, so big finish tells for absolutely everybody, and that's something the TV series has to start doing again and not pander to the same demographic, the same single demographic, because that's what's killing the show, is they're only catering to a small minority of people.
Yeah, I agree with you. It does need to course correct. Doctor Who should
Yeah,
always appeal. Look as this side of the fandom has always said, we don't have a problem with Doctor Who being inclusive, right? The
yeah,
problem is that when you actually isolate your main fandom, then it becomes a problem. And Doctor Who has to start doing what Big Finish is doing. And as you said, there's something for everybody in Big Finish.
yeah,
Maybe, the people that are running the TV show could take
yeah.
inspiration from the people that do the audios. Because what I've heard is, and from the stories that I've actually listened to, there's Series 11 is really so poor. It's just
Yeah,
so poor.
yeah, and can I just say as well, I know you've had the spook on here a couple of times as well, and I really enjoy his 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 channel as well. Though I seen his deal that he put up yesterday. Absolutely, absolutely brilliant guy to have in the fandom.
Yeah, I mean, look, they had a big finish weekend, didn't they? Only a couple of months. Was it a couple of months ago, that big finish weekend where they had free big finish on YouTube for the
Yeah.
whole weekend? And I think overall, I think over 2 million people watched over the weekend for big finish. That is absolutely amazing. Like, do you know?
And you're only a small company based in, I believe it's somewhere in Surrey or somewhere they're actually based in, and that's an achievement for the Big Finish.
Yeah, it is. I absolutely oh, by the way, it's just popped up. I forgot to say actually, for everybody. So 1 year ago today, um the premiere of The Woman Who Fell to Earth dropped a year ago.
And
Right?
And
Now,
can I just say that was the first time I ever fell asleep during a Doctor Who episode. So yeah, that's an achievement at least though, because that put me to sleep.
a year, Jesus, right? And they say that, and they're still filming a year. They're still
Can I
filming
just
Series 12. Well, apparently, according to Geordie Whittaker, we already discussed this on this channel, that
uh,
filming is supposed to be wrapped up soon. Apparently, as well, she was supposed to be in some trailer when she made this call. I haven't actually listened to the interview, but some people are calling it out as a bit suspicious. I don't know why from a radio interview you would think it's suspicious, but there's obviously something in it.
um
So I'll have to
um
listen to it.
Can I just ask you as well, do you think that you'll be getting any information soon? No, because it's been stone dead still, basically.
All I will say is tomorrow. I will have someone on tomorrow. So look out for a video that premieres tomorrow. Um,
Okay, cool.
so yeah, I should have a video tomorrow with something. And I will have a guest with me too. So yeah, can't say much now. But apparently, what I've been told is that there's going to be some big announcement made on this channel. I don't know what it is. I haven't been told, and it's all secretive all of a sudden. So I'm just going to go with the flow
Um,
and see what
um,
happens.
yeah, I have a good idea who your guest is, by the way, because I think I've heard you um promote his channel before. So I think I have an idea of who your guest is, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil it for anything.
Thank you. Thank you. Unknown 289, the channel that Daniel was talking about was the Space Book. It's obviously on this platform, but it's also on Twitter as well. Go check them out and support them. They're great guys. Um,
And, and yeah, and, yeah, because you can see that Dan has a lot of enthusiasm though, and he actually hears about the show, which is absolutely brilliant. This he enjoyed the space as a channel.
yeah,
Because
I'm
great
gonna be
guys.
doing something with Dan this week as well. Um, what you call it? So we've arranged that as well. So I'm a busy all this week. So I've got loads for you coming, loads. So the channel, as I said, we're gonna be just keep evolving, keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Anything else, Daniel?
Um, yeah, like, Because like I know you said at some point in the future you'll start to do some like finish reviews. Are you still going to do some big finish reviews?
Yeah, as
Because
soon as I start getting them myself, start ordering them in and start listening to them, I will. And what I'll do is I'll bring fellow listeners like yourself on, and we can
yeah,
actually talk about the ones that we have listened to, and then try get this community to get behind Big Finish. Now I know there is already a few in this live chat that do actually buy Big Finish, but I would be encouraging everybody that is a Doctor
yeah,
Who fan and wants to listen to something refreshing and have been disappointed with this era. Big Finish, it's not the TV, but it's still a good look. I would take Big Finish right now over Chris Chibnall's era.
and some of the stuff that I've actually listened to, you could argue is actually better than better than TV series because I'm not restricted by a certain budget. Though you can just tell the kind of stories that you want to tell. Though it's basically a fantastic. Because you're not restricted by any sort of budget. Though if you want to have constant explosions in an audio, you can basically. So it's a pretty good company, and it'll continue to get a lot more audios eventually.
Yeah, you said you were very expensive. Yeah. Um,
Yeah,
for the collection that you got, you don't have to tell the exact price, but where would you be looking price wise?
round about round about maybe the 35 pound mark.
All right. Well, that's yeah, I suppose for yeah. Yeah, but still, as I said, it's the enjoyment, and you're going to be able to listen to them over and over whenever you want.
Yeah,
And I mean, look, it's good to have them because they'll become. Let's be honest, you've seen some of the Doctor Who stuff. It does end up becoming collector's item stuff, and people will want to one day, And I've
I,
got a funny
I,
feeling that Big Finish is going to end up being bigger than the main show anyway, to be quite honest with
yeah,
you, the way it's going.
yeah, and some of the dirt ones in the box sets are absolutely amazing. Some of the art in the box sets, so that's kind of I decided to get them on CD form is because the box sets the art in the cover looks amazing on them.
So get them as box sets instead of getting them as individual
Yeah,
stories. You're better off getting them as in bulk. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, because you get to see the great art on them. Is they look actually pretty nice on display. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. No, as I said, look, Daniel, whenever you're finished, if you want to come on, we can do a special stream, obviously, and you can tell us all about, give a review on the channel.
yeah,
Um,
okay.
and you can tell us all about it and tell us what you liked about it, or if there was anything you didn't like, because let's be honest, even Big Finish, you're not gonna like everything that Big Finish do, but that's the point. You know what I mean? There's gonna
Yeah,
be, with this series though, there's a lot that we don't like. you know, because as you said yourself, they've only kind of catered to one demographic, and they've kind of said, well, bye bye classic fans, bye bye the
Yeah,
fans that were here from
yeah.
the beginning.
So, so as I say, as we're coming to the end of my time on the channel, I would just like to say, as always, thanks for having me on, and like I've enjoyed my chat with you again. Say hi to say hi to Sharon's kid for me.
She can hear you there, Tuna.
Hey, Daniel.
Did you hear her there? She said hello to you.
Yeah, how are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm not too bad.
Teddy sends his love too.
Yeah. So, I'll basically let you go and get on your next call, basically.
No problem, Daniel. Listen, it's always a pleasure having you on. And I'll have you on again. Geez, you must have this actually time, Daniel.
Yeah.
You had a sus. Do you see that? He knew his time and all was up. You must have a time. But listen, as I said, sure, I'll see you on Wednesday. I'll have you on again on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'll see you again Wednesday. I'm always up for the call.
No problem,
So,
mate. And you know, I'll always bring you on anyway, as I said. So,
yeah.
that you don't have to worry about that. Listen, good night. Thanks for coming on. And thank you for discussing Big Finish as well, because you know it is really nice to hear someone getting excited about something related to Doctor Who. So I appreciate that. Good night, pal.
Yeah, no, when I'll see you on Wednesday.
No problem, mate. Good night.
Do you see what your son did?
He put his blanket
He
down.
pulled the blanket off
Oh
me
my
so he
God.
could sit on it.
Great call, boy, Daniel. I mean, you can hear the enthusiasm in his voice when he's talking about Big Finish. And you know, kind of makes me sad because that's how a lot of people used to feel about the main show. And a lot of people don't feel like that anymore. And again, I'll be criticized, but this is the whole point of doing this channel. You can actually see, you know, that people are still excited and still demand Doctor Who. But Big Finish seem to be the guys that seem to be doing it properly, because Daniel's a perfect example. You can actually hear the enthusiasm, as I said. And yeah, I mean, absolutely fantastic call, Daniel. I see Yvette is off to the land of Nod. Good night, good night, good night. Thank you for coming on, Yvette. We will talk to you on Wednesday. Always a pleasure having you on also. Um, Let me see. A lot of you, yeah, I know, baby. Don't worry about it. I have listened to the tour 10th Doctor Adventures. Yeah, yet, so they may have improved it in the box set. Plus, Ballstreck said the third box set was a little better. Daniel, you have a friend request there. So just in case you haven't seen that. I see a lot of you are talking about Big Finish there. So there is an appetite for them. So listen, I know Daniel said they are a little bit expensive, but here's the thing: as I said, and I'll keep saying it, listen to the enthusiasm in his voice. That's the way Doctor Who used to make me feel. You'd get giddy about talking about something, and you'd be excited about talking about something, and you couldn't wait to get it out to let everybody know how good it was, right? You don't hear that about the main show with this side of the fandom. So I mean, support Big Finish. I said it on this channel before. You know, support Big Finish. I know they're a little bit expensive, but look, save up even. You know what I mean? Because it'll mean more. Then when you get it, then you'll look at it and you'll be amazed. And as Daniel said, in some of them, there's some amazing art. You know, and you'd be able to build up your collection, and it'd be something, you know what I mean? It'd be something that you could be proud of, you know what I mean? So it's they've been Big Finish have been on a bit of a roll since what I think since Whittaker has been cast. I think they've been just on a roll. Everything I've seen is Big Finish this, Big Finish that. I'm not saying they get it right all the time, but the majority of the time they seem to hit the mark with the fans. So I mean, for me, that's you have to give them credit. And as they're a small little company, but you can tell that these people care about what they're putting out there. They care. And that's the difference. You can see the difference between people that care about something and people don't. If Chris Chibnall really cared about Doctor Who, he wouldn't have thrown out that shite that was Series 11. Seriously, he wouldn't have thrown it out. Because if he thinks that was great TV, well, then he is clearly not the writer that everybody thought that he was. Right? Some people, even before he was, after he was announced, I should say, said he was a hack. And you were right. That's what he is. He's a hack. He got lucky a couple of times. He worked on a couple of successful shows. He got lucky with Broadchurch, in my opinion. I don't even know why Jodie Whittaker gets praised in that. Because she doesn't do the main star that the season one. I'd say it's all about Olivia Colman and David Tennant, really. All Jodie Whittaker does in it is bleed and cry. How is that bleeding brilliant performance? I pinch myself, I can cry. You know what I mean? I cry. Is that a brilliant performance? If I throw myself on the ground, is that a brilliant performance? Anybody could throw themselves on the ground on a beach and pretend that they lost their kid. Like, it's called acting. And you know what I mean? She just doesn't have that. I could do that scene better. It's terrible. Terrible. And again, I'm talking about her acting. Terrible. One-dimensional. Seriously. As I said, man, I said this a couple of times over the last couple of days, and it actually is my favorite. My favorite quote. Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall's era of Doctor Who wouldn't be able to motivate a corpse or get a corpse excited, because it's absolutely dire. Right, so I've got, I just want to make sure. I don't know. Yes? What? Oh. Yeah, maybe she left. Oh, as I said, I don't have a filter. You should whisper these things to me. Whispers in the morning.
No.
What? No. He's hiding in Sheffield University. What am I missing? Who's hiding? Chris Chibnall. Chris Chibnall's hiding, is he? Probably is hiding. I wouldn't blame him if he's hiding. I actually wouldn't blame any of them for hiding, because if you produce rubbish like that, I'd hide. I wouldn't show me face in BBC studios ever again if I produced that horseshit. Seriously. Yeah, he cannot be. Look, I know people call him a fan, but he really truly can't be a fan if he produced that crap. No fan would. Look, Moffat gets a lot of criticism, right? Moffat start off great and then he'd lose the run of himself. That was Moffat's biggest problem, and he'd leave bleeding loose ends and try tie them up, and then he'd leave more questions, right? That's what Moffat's problem was, right? Chris Chibnall's problem is he just can't develop characters. He just doesn't know how to move a story along either. He doesn't know how to build a story arc, which was evident with his series. He's just not the right man for Doctor Who. He roped in two of his best friends to give him a handout. Got two ex Hollyoaks an actor and an actress to come in, and it hasn't worked. The only two that are decent in it is Bradley Walsh and Tolson Cole. I mean, the biggest change, and this is the thing, and I'll keep bringing it up though, the biggest change in the show's history, right? And they don't address it. And I'm sorry. New Who fans might be okay with that and mightn't actually think that canon means anything because you have basically shit all over it anyway. But at the end of the day, there is fans out there that actually do like their sci-fi to actually make a little bit of sense. Actually, a bit of smart writing wouldn't go wouldn't go too far with these with this writing team that he has. They haven't got a clue. None of them. None of them. Every single episode, and even the ones that are popular, I'll say it, no place in Doctor Who. Absolutely rubbish, every single one of them. And then you have fans of this so-called era, and I say fans because they're so-called fans, they're not Doctor Who fans, right? Most of these fans jumped on board when Jodie Whittaker was announced as the Doctor, right? Okay, they're not fans of the show. They don't. I said this in the video last night. They don't even know what the word fan means, right? They don't understand because they throw out all these stuff and you hear, well, if you don't like the show, walk away. This show isn't for you. Get out of Verfan and all this, right? We see. Here's the thing. That's what you guys would do as soon as Doctor Who's quality dipped. Half of the fan base walked away, right? The rest of you will soon follow. A lot of you have just because you're stubborn, so you will hang on like a bad rash. Do you know what I mean? So, but you will eventually go because the quality is not going to get any better, and you only support her because she's in the role. As soon as she's gone, sure, you will all go anyway. That's how fickle yous are. Whereas us fans will still remain and still support Doctor Who and still, you know what I mean, might criticise the show right now. But just because you criticise something and you're a fan of something doesn't mean you walk away, right? You see it through, and then eventually then it'll come good again. If not, it gets put on a break, and then it comes back again eventually, then we'll all get excited again. That's what being a fan means. I don't think modern fandoms today or people that are in modern fandoms today actually get what the word fan means because they're so fickle that if their show doesn't push their ideology, if the show doesn't keep to their standards and what they want, they'll walk away. They will. And the reason why half of the fandom walked away from Jodie Whittaker's era, there was numerous factors. There was some that found it boring, they left. There was some that thought it wasn't politically, there wasn't enough politics in it, they walked off. And then there was other people that just basically looked at this show and looked and said, what the hell is going on here, like I did. Falling asleep watching Doctor Who. I have never fallen asleep watching Doctor Who. And I can tell you there's some stories in the classic era, and people will agree with me here, that are very, very hard to get through, right? Because some of them are very long, right? And even those I don't fall asleep through, right? I'm not making all this up. I fell asleep watching that era. I've never fallen asleep. Do you know what? This era has killed any passion that I've had for Doctor Who right now. It has absolutely destroyed my passion, right? So, yeah, Chris Chibnall, thank you very much. You did bring us something completely different. What you basically done was you alienated every single bloody fan that has kept this show going for over 55 fucking years, and you've basically stuck two fingers up to them. And then your little supporters and your little, actually, I'll go as far as to say your little Jodie Nazi bots, right? That's what they are. Hey, anybody with a different opinion, right? Exterminate these fans, threatening me with death threats, saying they wished I was dead and all this crap. All because I don't like their precious Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. That's someone made an article and blamed their side of the fandom of all this toxicity that's in the fandom, right? And I says it actually originates by three people, right? Originally started this. Chris Chibnall, Jodie Whittaker, and Piers Wenger. Piers is the one that hired Chris Chibnall. He's the one that actually criticised all of Jodie's predecessors and actually had a go at Peter Capaldi and basically said, what a way to refresh the franchise and all this crap, right? Right, that was him, right? Then you had Chris Chibnall basically saying for any fan out there that had a problem with the changes, we were to basically go and piss off, right? But back in the 80s, he had his opportunity to have his say, but won't let fans have their say now, right? And then the third person responsible for all this toxicity in this fandom is Jodie Whittaker. And why, you might ask? Well, listen to the rhetoric that has come out of the woman's mouth since when she first got the role, right? Don't fear me gender and all this bollocks, right? Then she did the stylist video. Then she did countless interviews and countless where she had little digs at fans, right? So if you want to know where all your negativity and all this toxicity originated from that holy trinity there. Then their supporters then obviously then double down on all of us. But of course, they play the victim. We're the bad ones. And we're the ones that create it all. And then they have the media on their side then that are writing articles defending these assholes. Right? So that's where all the toxicity came from. So it wasn't the Not My Doctor movement at all that actually created all this toxicity. It was the showrunner, it was the showrunner's employer, and it was the one that Chris Chibnall, the one that he hired, which was Jodie Whittaker. They're the three people responsible for all this toxicity in this fandom. And I am sick and tired of this side of the fandom being blamed on everything that goes wrong in this fandom, when clearly the other side, most of them are all unhinged and actually don't have a brain cell between them all and have only but sawdust between their ears, right? They're actually a bunch of clowns. Right, they don't have. What's this? I get a message off the missus. I have to look at the message.
Me? Oh, not mine. Mine's not in front of me.
No, you. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, all right. Yeah. I will do that. Right. So I just want to make sure. What time is it now?
11:40.
So it's 11:40. Right. Just give us a second. Have I missed anybody tonight? Again, I don't have me book. I don't have me book. If whoever was supposed to come on tonight, if there's anybody that was supposed to come on tonight, just give me a text and let me know that you're on Messenger, please. That you were supposed to come on tonight. Let me know if you're still able to come on, and I'll have to start getting that list down again. I know some text me to say that they couldn't come on. Oh yeah, I got you there, mate. Don't worry. Well, we'll bring you on. You're a new caller. Why not? But just I've got what I know. There's one more pair. Amy is next, but I need to know who else I had on the list after that. So I already got a message off Lee. So Barton Lee, is there anybody else that I said that could come on in the last stream if you can remember me? Because I don't have me book. Just let me know who it is. And do me a favor, there's 28 of you watching right now. If you beautiful people could give the video a like, hit the notification button. And we've got, yeah, well, of course, that was always good. And we've got our obligatory 1 thumbs down. Obviously, if you Jodie bots are watching, remember, as I said, everything helps the channel. Please give the video a thumbs down. I don't give a crap. To be honest, as I said, it all helps the channel. So that one person that keeps, or those 2 or 3 people that keep disliking me videos, you know, you're actually helping the channel. Like, I don't know, as I said, is it all that sawdust that you can't actually put that together? You're helping my channel. But thanks anyway, Jody Bots. I love you all. Right, let's see. Who have we got? Jeez, we're very quiet tonight, folks, hadn't we? Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. What's wrong? What did someone did he put his don't put his okay? Yeah, because don't just do me a favor, folks. I know there's some of you are keen to get in touch with each other, and that's fine. If there's anybody in particular that you want to get in touch with, you can forward me your information. I'd rather you just give it to me or give it to even someone else in the live chat that you actually trust. Don't put it up on the live chat for everybody to see, because you never know who's watching. You know what they're like. It's actually funny, like. So yeah, exactly. We're just looking out for everybody in the chat. So no personal information is basically what I'm trying to say in the chat. Just for yous around safety. You know, because I don't want anybody, as I said last night again in the video, I don't condone anybody from any side of the argument, whatever it is, being harassed or bullied by anybody. I've never condoned it. I never will. And as I said, if anybody has been doing it because like they don't like the way of being treated and going after people in my name, I do not condone that. I do not tolerate it. And if you actually do, I don't actually want you part of my channel. The Tardis official YouTube channel for Jodie's 1 year anniversary. Yeah. I kind of knew today, but I blanked it out, and then obviously it got sent to me again, and then I just realized, it's the anniversary. So a year ago. See, here's the thing. This is the kind of thing, right, that I get sent. So see the poll that the Jody bots manipulated. Like, this is the kind of stuff I'm getting at Noel Zone. Nice to see that Jody won in your poll, mate. Bet that feels great for you. I honestly don't care. I really don't. Yous are sad little individuals. I don't care. Yous came on, yous voted, yous changed the poll. Everybody knows deep down that Matt is a much better doctor than actually Jodie Whittaker. So, in fact, like what you have done is actually shown how pathetic you actually are. And I keep saying it. You are showing how pathetic you are. I don't care. Do you know what? I'll do more polls and you can vote on them all and change the result of them all. It still doesn't matter. People deep down know how bad this area is. So you can change as many polls as you want, you sad little individuals. So yeah, if you want to change the rest of the polls, Jody bots, because I know there's some of you watching, they're on Twitter, go and find them. Or go and vote on the ones on Facebook. I don't really give a crap. Change all the polls you want. It's not going to change the inevitable, which is she's gone. So have these are little victories. And do you know what? As I said as well, I don't care if the song gets to #1 either. It doesn't bother me. It's for children's charity. You all think that I have a problem with her because she sang a song for charity. I have a problem because the song is feckin' awful. Right? That's what I have a problem with. The song is absolutely awful. Right? That's the difference. Right? I'm not going to hide me feelings just because it's for charity. Right? I put the song up on my channel. Right? Then I put up the chipmunk version, which I actually think is better, to be quite honest with you. Yeah. And 400 and something people at this moment in time have watched it. Obviously, the original one is winning because I obviously put that up first. But it's not too far behind. It's not too far behind. So we let the fans decide which one's the best one on my channel. right? Because so far, Chipmunk one is doing well. It's doing well. So I don't give a crap. But they think by texting me all these things, like, anyway, who are you? How are you even able to get in when we, I'll just leave you there for a while. But this is the kind of stuff that you get, right? They think, it's for children in need. As I said, if David Tennant was singing, it was the Doctor and singing Yellow. If it was Matt Smith or even Peter Capaldi, because I know Peter Capaldi probably couldn't fucking sing it now, and he actually went in and sang a song, I would be doing the same with him because he can't sing. Of course, I'd be taking the piss out of him. Right, I'm going to get on my last guest because it looks like it is my last guest. And then I might actually finish early tonight. Just because you're gonna be getting stuff tomorrow, and I might throw in an interview there as well. I'll see if I can get someone up to do an interview and throw one up as well. Oh, by the way, yeah, Ballstreck has put a video up, but there you go. There's more people. All these women, look, wanting to follow me, little weirdos. Like, and they say I'm the bully. Like, yous are all coming after me. He's really all that crazy. He's all really that unhinged. You know what I mean? That he's actually stole a male lead role to begin with. Anyway, she had no right playing that role. If I'm quite honest with you, she wasn't qualified enough for starters. But the fact that you've gender swapped the role, and I keep all this excuse. Well, it's an alien and all this. It doesn't cut with me. They never showed it in the original show. The original show is where we should always actually base the canon off, to be honest. And I know Doctor Who canon has been all over the place, but it has been kind of, it's you don't need to say it. See, with the Jodie fans will hold on to it, but well, it hasn't been said. Well, you see, there's some of us are actually smart, you see, right? And we can actually work this stuff out. See, when the Doctor says he's a grandfather, so you don't need to be a rocket scientist to actually know that. Well, he obviously had a partner, which means he had a wife, and those wife then had kids, and then those kids had kids in order for him to have a granddaughter. Then we seen in New Who where Moffat contradicts himself. We see him as a little boy and listen, but it's not the first time we've seen the Doctor as a little boy either. And the reason why I'm talking like this, because most of you that attack me have the intellect of a 3-year-old, so I'm going to talk to you like little 3-year-olds. The same with what was the gridlock there was when he's talking to Martha, and he's not that scene. It wasn't that scene. What's the one where he's talking about the untempered schism? Where he's talking about him and the master, and he ran away. You see him as a little boy there too, don't you? You don't see him as a little girl. They don't mention gender swapping aliens then, do they? No, sure they don't. No, they fucking don't, because it was never a fucking thing until Moffat brought it in just to fucking push this stupid fucking agenda by a group of fucking snowflakes who haven't got a fucking clue. I'm sorry. The sound of the drums, that's what it was. Thank you. Do you want to come up and say hello to everybody? Okay. Right. But I am right, am I? That's what the problem is here.
Don't try to type into it.
Isn't it? You tell them what you are like watching Doctor Who Series 11. Go on, tell them. Tell them what you are like. You are like this. Like Daddy, weren't you? Yeah. I'm telling you, man. It's ridiculous. It is. It shouldn't have happened. It's been tried and it's failed. And you can keep saying how successful this era is. It's not. Half of the fandom walked away, explained that shit, and you can twist the bleed numbers all you want, and you can get your Mr. Tardis reviews and all that you are paying to swing you on numbers and to basically throw all that propaganda. The real fans, right, is fecking Egypt's Pierce Wenger. The real fans know that this era is a failure. Now get your fucking act together. Get rid of the two bleeding Deadwood, along with the other plank, right? I don't mind if you keep Tolson Cole and Bradley Walsh, but at this stage they're sullied by this era, so you're probably better off getting rid of them all, right? And get rid of everybody in the backroom team. Get rid of everybody that's involved in the fandom that actually tries to put a wedge between these fans and start from bleeding scratch. If not, go somewhere, hang your head in shame, and actually cry into your hands for the damage that you've done to this fucking show. And Chris Chibnall, you ought to be ashamed of yourself as well. You call yourself a fan. I tell you something, if that's what a fan produces, well, then you are never a fan, mate. You have some twisted ideology. You have some twisted vision of Doctor Who, which nobody even understands. Do you know, I'd love to get him on this show and actually ask him, tell me what you were thinking. Because as a fan of Doctor Who for all these years, I do not understand this era. Tell me what you were trying to do. I do know you said you were going to try create something that was totally different. You have, but why go away from stuff that made the show a success for so long? And okay, it was getting stale under Chibnall or under Moffat. What you do is you put the show on a break, right? Or you pick someone that actually understands the show. You don't pick someone that turned the show down in the first place, right? And then you offer him it for the second time, and then he takes it, and then he puts in all these demands and says, well, but if I take it, I'm going to do it my way, and you're going to let me, and if you don't let me, I'm not taking it. And then what you just do, you bent over and you bloody just took it. Because you didn't know what to do, you panicked, and you know what? You made the wrong choice. What you should have really done was you should have put the show on a shelf and left it there for 4 or 5 years and bring it back when someone actually has the enthusiasm to bring this show back to the way it was. But no. We get another series of this crap. Another series of it. But you know what? Luckily it won't last for long. It's finished. They cannot keep doing this because it's how many more fans does this show? And I don't care if the Jodie bots disappear, right? It's the real Doctor Who fans that I feel sorry for because they're watching their show straight in front of their eyes being destroyed, and there's nothing they can actually do about it. And all because in today's society, because apparently women nowadays are oppressed and they need to be represented. And I'm all for that. But it's the way they're going about it. And you know what? I said this to someone that had a go at me saying, or I must have some sort of I must have some problems because I don't want a female bond. And as I pointed out to this brain dead airhead, was that James Bond was written and created by Ian Fleming. He wrote the character as a male character. There's books. There's been a whole film franchise that has had the male character. So no, James Bond is male. You need to stop stealing roles, token gesture roles, because that's exactly what you're doing. Because Doctor Who was such an iconic role, because James Bond is such an iconic role, and also both male roles, both strong characters, they think by replacing those strong male characters with female leads somehow empowers women. All I see is a bunch of thieves, right? All I see is these women actually ruining any movement or any um, of these issues that women have, because they weaken it. They weaken it because you're basically just giving them a token gesture. It's a token gesture. Here's a male lead role. There you go. Right, it was once a strong male, but we'll just put you in there. Right, there you go. We're not actually creating that, and we're just going to give you something that's already there. But we'll just tick those boxes, and at the same time, you can feel empowered for stealing a male role. Even in the Batwoman trailers that I've seen, they don't actually hide the fact, that they've stolen everything from Batman. Right, that trailer is actually ridiculous, and I hear the show has actually dropped, and there is a couple of reviews actually going up. Do you know what I might actually do? Now, I know it's a bit left field for this channel, so I know people might complain because they say this is a Doctor Who channel. So what I'll do is I'll make a compromise. The Doctor Tardis Zone is my other channel. Now, that's the channel I was using when I got the ban on this channel. But I didn't want to really say that yet, but I might as well. What's going to be happening is all the slideshow videos that are on this channel are going to be eventually transferred onto the new channel. This channel is just going to be dedicated to going live and having me conversation chats with people. The slideshow videos will be going on the Dr. Tardis Zone. So if you haven't subscribed to the Dr. Tardis Zone, I can't even say the name right now, right? Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, because I will be running the two channels, the slideshow videos from after the new year, January. That this channel will be completely 100% a live channel. Obviously, I'll still be doing my other regular videos. They'll just be on the other channel instead. Because it's the way everybody's doing it now. All these other YouTubers have told me I've been given advice as well. I've been told that I should do this. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I think it is great advice. So as I said, all the musical slideshow videos that I do, including all the news articles from New Year onwards, they will be on the Dr. Tardis Zone YouTube channel. All the live videos and all the interviews will be on this channel, right? So yeah. So what I might do is, for the Dr. Tardis Zone channel, what I might do is I might actually watch Woke Batwoman and actually see how fucking terrible it actually is, and I might actually do a review of it, because that'll be interesting. Do you know what I might do? I might even go one further and do a live watch along so you can see the horror on my face, because I think people would rather see that reaction, to be quite honest with you, me watching something and just watching the blood drain from my face. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I hope you will all support the other channel as well, because I'm gonna be putting more content on that channel. As I said, from January 1st, all of the and there's a lot of them. I don't know how it's gonna take me ages to do it, but all of the slideshow videos will be transferred over to that channel, and this will be exclusively for me live streams and me interviews. So please support the other channel. And I know a lot of you already have. I actually checked it the other day, and I was actually surprised the amount of people that have subscribed to me on that channel. And also, actually, it sounds pretty bad now. I don't think you'd survive watching it. Unknown 289, you know what I mean? I have to give it a go. Don't watch Batwoman. It turns your IQ to shit. Guys. I have to give it a go. I have to see how bad it is. I mean, look, I can't go and slay Sorry, Ted. I can't go and slay. Sorry, I said I'm sorry. I can't go and slay Batwoman or give it a proper critique if I don't actually watch an episode. I have to watch an episode. I mean, it's the same. Let's be honest. Even though a lot of you said you didn't watch Doctor Who Series 11, and I know a lot of you didn't, right? But there was some out there that swore they weren't. But on the night that it aired, admit to yourselves that you watched it, right? Because you wanted to see either how good or bad it was going to be. So it'll be the same with Batwoman. I mean, the other guys, I think they've done. I think a couple of people have actually watched it, and I think I've done reviews on it. So I'm gonna watch it first before I watch any reviews, because I did find that when I used to watch other people's reviews, it influenced what I said, and I don't want to do that. I want to actually come to my own conclusions. So yeah, I'll watch the look at the end of the day. I'll watch the first episode, see what happens. I mean, look, by looking at the trailers, I already know it's going to be bad. But I mean, at the end of the day, as I said, you can't give it a true critique if you don't watch something, or at least give it a go. I mean, I gave Star Trek Discovery a go. I got to the first 5 episodes of Series One. Now I know people say Series Two is an improvement, but if I can't get past episode 5 and watch the rest of it, then what's the point of even skipping those episodes and even going to two or watching the last two because everybody says it picks up? I don't care. At the end, Dave, if I lose interest in the show, I'm not going to watch it again. It's as simple as that. Or that's the way I've always been with television. You know what I mean? Most of the time, these things don't actually improve. There's slight cases where that might be where they actually beat the form and they actually do improve, but there's a lot of them that don't. So, as far as I'm concerned, I've watched 5 episodes. I wasn't impressed. Um, I didn't like the design of the Klingons. Just didn't like the whole aesthetic of the show. I just didn't like it. It's just the way it is. And if I don't like something, I'm not gonna, you know, watch it again. There's another fucking Egypt. Hold on. Let me see that. The sheriff's just had the
Breaking news.
wow, right. See, this is the media. Ah, it's her. Not listening. It's her. Send me that article anyway. Do you remember her favorite journalist that do you know the one that actually got famous off the back of Liam Neeson? Well, she put an article up, which I'm going to actually put up on the channel. But basically, she says that paedophile Gary Glitter can make profits off the Joker movie because of a certain song. But this is another thing that they'll do. They'll just throw that out there. Oh, paedophile will profit just to make you not want to watch the movie. Whatever you do, if anybody says they're going to watch the Joker movie and hasn't went to watch it, please go and watch it as soon as you can. Support this movie. Shut these fucking journalists up. What did I do? I'm after doing something. Some Google crap came up on my phone. Don't be listening to me conversation, Google. Let me see. Oh yeah, I've got one more caller to bring on. I almost bloody forgot because I started talking away there. Sorry, I just needed to text back to Balstrick there. He just sent me a message. So, what am I looking for? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have to bring. Sorry, Amy. I'm bringing you on now. Thanks for being so patient. I'm just getting messages left, right, and center. I have some on WhatsApp now. I'm getting some on Facebook, and I was supposed to bring on Lee as well. Oh Jesus, I forgot about Lee as well again. Yeah, and I promised. Right. Well, listen. If Amy doesn't mind giving up 5 minutes of our 20-minute allotted time, I'll be able to squeeze you in, Lee. So I should have probably just asked her there instead of actually saying it on the channel. But again, I don't have a filter, as I said. Like, she doesn't mind. There you go. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put anybody on the spot. It's just 3:30 in the morning. It's not so inside. The city look like ghost town on the moonlit summer night. Yeah. You know the Irish if you don't like a bit of Garth Brooks. Or a bit of Christy Moore. I'm an ordinary man, nothing special, nothing grand. Cheryl doesn't like me singing Irish songs. This fandom doesn't know what it's about to hear.
Hey, you there?
Hello, Amy. How are you? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Okay, Cheryl, just text her there to let her know that I can't hear her. I'll ring her again, but oh, by the way, the Blues and the Maple Leafs are 0-0 at the moment, Ben. Period 1. Yeah, I've actually gotten into a bit. It's actually gas, right? Because Cheryl's not really actually into sports, but the Blues won the Stanley Cup, our home team town. And like I'm actually supporting them more than she is, and I just had to tell her the score she made my face. She doesn't like sports balling.
Sports balling.
Yeah, that's what she calls it.
Matter of fact, that's what my picture has.
So
Sports get all the points.
right, we'll try Amy again. Hold on. I have to reset. Right, we'll reset. Yeah, I don't think she can hear me though. I think that's what the problem was.
Her know,
Right, let's try this again.
though.
Oh, this is never a good sign. Okay, we might get somewhere. Or it could be the reception is bad. Hello, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
No.
No.
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
I'm just gonna text her.
Yeah.
Why don't you flip flop? She's an American.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this happened the last time with Amy. I think the last time, Amy, we could hear you. You can't hear me, but I think the last time you tried, I think you rebooted whatever you are using and then it was working. So while you're trying to get that working, what I'll do is because Lee has been asking to come on since I think it was 2 weeks ago or a week ago. So I'll bring Lee on and then I'll bring you on as the last call. So I'll just check and see. You see, new caller, obviously. Right. So I'll just ring him. He said he's ready. All right. Just keep me. Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me, Lee? Yeah? Hello?
I can hear you on the video, but I can't hear you over the phone for some reason.
Wow, hold on. I don't
Well, I can hear rustling.
Right, hold on. Can you hear me now?
No, but I can hear you through the video, so it's all right.
Okay, well, what would you like to talk about tonight?
Well, I mean, well, I'm just gonna go back on what you said about the female James Bond. Now, I've got a friend where I live here, whose ancestor was a spy, and he was in fact the man that was inspired Fleming to write James Bond. So it's actually based on a real person who happens to be a man. So they can knock that out of the park for a start.
Right. So I said you're obviously not a fan of a female Bond ever happening either. I'm guessing.
Well, no, it's James Bond, not Jane Bond. It stands to reason. It's been a stalwart of masculinity for generations now, and now, of course, masculinity is viewed as toxic, which is quite insane, considering that it's responsible for protecting people and building fires, bringing in the meat from the jungle away.
No, I get what you're saying. I know
So
it's
why
actually
suddenly
crazy.
toxic?
It's actually crazy. I know, that's what I mean. Everything now, every part of our behavior is being analyzed, and all of a sudden we're just toxic. And anyway, what I would actually say is, why should we be punished for past generations of men not treating women properly, when women nowadays are actually treated by their men as equals? Let's be honest.
Well, I have to say that a lot of these complaints come from mainly white middle class women who had the highest standard of living in the entire world. So I don't understand what price we're supposed to be paying for this. I mean, they've had suffrage for many years. I mean, it's hard fought for, and absolutely right. But this isn't about equality anymore. This is about making the so-called patriarchy pay, which seems a bit insidious and strange. Why? I mean, we should work together.
Yeah.
And why aren't women empowered to write their own stories, their own films, their own TV shows with their own strong female lead characters, without having to usurp the male dominated ones as they sort of see it? You've got Doctor Who, you've got James Bond, we've had Sherlock Holmes, we've had what's that vampire hunter?
The underworld ones.
Van Helsing.
Oh, that one. Yeah. I get confused between that one and Underworld.
We've had Watson replaced by a woman in Elemental.
Yeah.
We had Starbuck in Battlestar Galactica, which was great. I mean, it's fantastic. She was really good, and she would have made a brilliant Captain Marvel. But I think that it's undermining women in a way, because it's not giving us an example of a strong, powerful, independent woman in any sort of setting that is inspired and generated by women themselves. Without having to. I'm sort of repeating myself.
No,
I my bonnet over strong, independent, strong women.
I get what you're saying.
I mean, we're an alien, and we've all.
But that's what I mean. I mean, you look at classic movies. You look at, as you said yourself, you got the likes of Alien, you got Ellen Ripley, you've got Terminator, Sarah Connor. Like, these movies didn't need to be political or anything, and they didn't need to step over their male counterpart. Do you know what I mean? Now it just seems to be that they're just putting them in out of spite, like any
It's more
role.
political fiction
Yeah, it's just. I
than
think
it
they
is
have
science fiction.
forgotten that all of these things on TV are supposed to entertain and not preach to its audience. And I think that's what's happened a lot with all of this. But the thing about it is, I do agree with you 100%. This is not about equality anymore. This is about making people pay. And it's very dangerous. It's highly dangerous. These people are highly dangerous because the kind
It's
of
a
rhetoric.
move. It's a move for domination.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not about equality. It's not about creating an environment of equality. It's about a very sort of stringent branch of feminism, and you get this a lot with the identity politics. And these people often move in the circles of media and film and TV and the print media.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like a quite an insidious branch, you know, of people put into those positions as well. You know, you get like what's that group called? Gosh. It's like an open society type thing, but it's not that. I can't remember what it's called. But I mean, they actually put people in positions of power to influence the movers and shakers within like the political system, and media, and
yeah,
such
you've
and
got
such.
you've
And
got
it's the same with the BBC. It's the same
Mm.
with all of these sort of.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, it's sorry, there is a delay on the video to what I'm saying on the phone.
It's
So.
like a still kind of. So.
Oh, right. I had to stop and look at the video then because I discovered the silence. But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm, if you like, part of the inverted commas LGBTQ whatever bollocks alphabet soup. But I don't want to be represented in this rather stupid and very cardboard cutout kind of way.
Yeah.
I don't find that it does us any favors.
That's what I see happening here. But the people behind this don't care. They actually don't care that yous don't want it done this way. Look. I mean, for example, right? We've had Captain Jack Harkness in Doctor Who, right? Now he was bisexual, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was definitely
I
trisexual.
think he was ace or
Whatever he was, he tried
Yeah.
everything. Alien, human, you name it, right? But he wasn't going around telling us every 5 bloody seconds that he was into everything. Do you know what I mean? It was like Pearl Mackie, her character.
No hanky panky in the TARDIS.
Yeah, exactly. And that should be the golden rule. It's sci-fi, for God's sake. Look, I've no problem with having certain representation in TV shows, movies, because at the end of the day, everybody deserves to be represented. But when you focus on certain particular groups and you isolate the rest of the fandom, that's when you have a problem. Then that's when you start see cracks appear. Then because
what was that? Look at that episode. I can't remember which episode of Doctor Who it was, but it was one character just was a police officer in this, and he had like one line, and he said, "Oh, I'm going to have to ask my boyfriend about."
Yeah,
and that was it, and then he died.
Yeah, there was uproar. Yeah, there was uproar over that. They actually accused Doctor Who. They actually accused him of being homophobic because basically, and actually people were doing videos on this. They actually timed it. He was on screen for something like 25 seconds or something, and they kill him off, and they had a problem with that. Like, oh my God, is that how bad it's gotten?
Yeah. Oh, say hi to Cheryl for me. And yeah, it is a bit like a weird satellite downlink delay here. So, you know, apologise if it seems a bit weird. I'm trying to judge it by looking at like where you're going with the conversation.
I might need to actually, after this call, I might actually need to reboot my phone. I think that's what's happened. I think it might be my end. That's actually because.
Yeah, it's really weird because I'm talking into my phone and it's dead quiet. I mean, it's not even like a background hiss or background noise, nothing. It's just dead, and I'm like hearing my voice coming back like a few seconds later. So it's just like really odd. So that's throwing me off a little bit, but hey, we'll muddle through it.
That's it. Is there anything else that's kind of annoying you about the current era? Because I've never had you on before, so it'd be interesting.
I was quite lucky growing up. I grew up in Wimbledon, and I went to a school which had an amazing Doctor Who club, and we had Terrence Dicks come round. We had JNT come round. I mean, say what you like, and Michael Wisher, the voice of Davros, came over. So we had quite a big Doctor Who thing going on in our school, and we went to see John Pertwee at the Ultimate Adventure, and we went to backstage the BBC to meet Sylvester and Sophie at the Ghost Light filming. That was great. So when we get people, I'm 44, and when we get people who have cottoned on to Doctor Who because of Series 11, probably all the Tennant era, whatever, we get told, get out of our fandom if you don't agree with us. You're a hater, you're this, you're that, you're a fascist. I'm like, well, wait a minute. I've been following this religiously almost since I was a kid. We used to watch John Pertwee episodes on video before they were released on video in the shops at school, because our teacher was a hardcore Doctor Who fan and managed to get like the rare, really badly, re-recorded VHS tapes and all the rest of it. So that's how we got introduced to the classic era, because I grew up with Tom Baker. My first earliest childhood memory is watching Destiny of the Daleks. And when I get this spotted little prick youth telling me on Facebook that I should get out of fandom, that I'm not a true fan if I don't, follow this bullshit crap that they're putting over as Doctor Who's, it's beyond me. It really is. So that's my rant anyway.
Yeah, the thing that annoys me about them is that they actually have no respect for the long-term fans. There is that contempt that they have towards us, and there's this hatred. And the gas thing is, it gets swapped around. Apparently, we're the ones that hate everybody else and hate everything, but it's not.
Oh, no. They're the ones full of love and tolerance and understanding, and they're the ones. I mean, there's an article, I can't remember if it was Nerdrotic or yourself, but it was about an article posted up about how accepting and inclusive the Doctor Who fan group is, apart from this tiny group of basement dwellers or whatever it was. And it was just like, come the fuck on, this is not carrying over into reality here. These people, again, these people are placed into these little trendy jobs, with their little soy sandals or whatever, telling us how morally superior they are to the likes of everyone else who doesn't agree with them. And I just find it almost laughable, if it wasn't so serious, of the fact that they have a pervasive effect over everything in the media, and that includes film, TV, the lot. So really, I think the best thing for how things move forward is that people make their own content, and as the technology gets better, you can sort of compete with these sort of mainstream media outlets like the BBC and stuff like that. I mean, if you look at what you can do on your phone compared to what Doctor Who could do back in the 1980s, you've already got an advantage. As long as you can write good stories, good scripts with strong characters, there's nothing to stop you from competing and doing your own thing, and sod a lot of them.
Yeah, you can already see it we've already actually on this channel there's been a fan made kind of a Big Finish audio. There's a lot of fans out there creating some wonderful stories, even better than
Yeah, I've
anything
seen
that has
a few-
been produced at
A few,
Series
a
11.
few of the fan films.
I have seen some of them,
but
yeah.
They they're not. I mean, they're nice little projects. You can see the enthusiasm behind it, and that should be encouraged. But you know, some of it needs a bit more work.
Yeah. Well, it is
If
fun.
you look at the Star Trek fan films, compare them to the Doctor Who fan films. I mean, it's a whole other story.
Yeah.
It's a world away.
Yeah.
So buck up, Britain. Let's make some and Ireland and you know anyone else who's watching. But let's try and sort of do something a bit more I don't know, creative. Just filming someone's backyard.
Yeah, filming someone's backyard. Oh, yeah, you know what'll happen then you'll be done for stalking. Right, listen, brilliant call. Nice having you on tonight, pal. It was actually a very good call. I'll put you down on the list for Wednesday if you want to come on again Wednesday. Obviously, once you get to come on,
totally.
you can come on anytime. Pleasure having you on, mate. Some great points. Thanks very much.
It's been great. So much love to Cheryl and to Teddy.
Say goodnight, Teddy. Oh, Teddy's out cold.
And,
he's out cold. He's out cold. He's gone. He's gone for the night.
I'll snuggle him extra much.
But watch, he'll actually come alive as soon as I stop this live stream. He'll come alive. It's always the way. Good night, mate.
Night.
Cheers and take care. Good night. Good night, everyone.
Don't call me because her YouTube goes off when she uses her phone.
Okay.
So you have to do Wednesday.
Right, so Lee was the last caller of the night. Listen, some great calls there, and actually Lee was a new caller. He's down as a problem being on the live chat there. So give him a thumbs up there, please, because you know yourself, first time caller, and it's never easy coming on. As people actually tell me, and I've done actually. Do you know what's funny? I feel comfortable doing my own videos, but you know when I get invited on to do other people's live streams and stuff or do recordings with people, I get all. It's mad. I know he's out cold. I wish I could show you what he's like right now. That's unbelievable. I tell you. But seriously, thank you everybody for coming on. I don't know if any of me moderators have had anything to do, but if you have or haven't, thank you very much. You do a great job. Of course I do. Sure, I told the Jody bots already if they didn't like the video, sure they could give it a dislike. Anyway, it helps the channel. As I said, I don't think they actually understand. They must have sawdust between their heads because, like, you know, as I said, it all helps the channel. By the way, because my stream's nearly over now, I could say Ballstrex has a video that just dropped. I think it's about Batwoman. I'm gonna have a go and look at that myself, because I love Ballstrex videos. And you know what? Again, I'll say it right. He gets attacked, right? I get attacked. Gary gets attacked. Doomcock gets attacked. I've been slandered in the last couple of weeks, and a couple of other YouTubers have been slandered. You know, you have all these backhanded tactics, but you know what? Every single YouTube channel that's been under attack, including mine, has come out the other side stronger. And actually, if you actually look, Jody Bots, you'll actually see I've actually helped my channel to grow because I'm actually about to hit the 560 mark. So before this incident happened, I don't know how many subs I had, but I had over 500, but they're going up. So thanks very much to you guys, because without all the hate that you throw my way and let people know about my channel when you are bitching about me on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, you are actually bringing people to my channel. So you know, I have to commend you our efforts. You know what I mean? I really do. You know, it's going to be fruitful. You aren't going to like, you aren't going to win. I mean, most of you are going to be gone. So, like, I mean, you know what I mean? I'll still be here. You'll be gone, and I'll be just laughing. Oh, by the way, another one as well. Another one as well. I put there's an account on Twitter that I'm gonna put on my Twitter account that anybody that follows me. All I just want you to do with this is is to actually report the actual the whole page because it's got that photograph with Ballstrick and the goat, as I said, and it's the whole channel's dedicated, and it's yeah. So I'm gonna report it again actually because that's disgraceful. But you see, these are people that follow the other lot, right? And then they set up all these fake accounts. And before anybody says, well, you can't say that, I can't because we've caught a few of them out. This is what happens, right? They set up all these little fake accounts and then they come after us with their sickening posts. I'll tell you something, this fandom has become totally disgusting. Disgusting. And you know, like the tweet that I was talking about earlier on about the person talking about everybody going out to buy the Jodie or buying the Jodie Whittaker single, to kind of stick it up to the other side of the fandom. That's not the way you go on. You represent Doctor Who, yeah, and you are not representing Doctor Who too well. My advice to you would be is to use slightly less negative rhetoric towards fans like us that have a problem for Series 12. As you have rightly pointed out in a couple of the tweets that your other groups put out, that you grew up with New Who. So to chastise a classic Who fan or to have a go at classic Who fans, how dare you? Also, I'd like to say, you know, to the other idiots out there, as I said, we will keep going. This channel is not going anywhere. Wednesday, I actually want to do something. I'll talk about it on Wednesday, but I want to concentrate on a certain topic Wednesday. I'll let you all know. There's a couple of ideas that I have. There's something I want to do. Also, as I said, just before I go, there's a couple of little things I want to announce before I go. So, as I said, this channel is going to go fully. As I said, all the other videos will end up on the other channel, the Dr. Tardis Zone. If you haven't subscribed, please do. All the slideshow videos from January 1st will be getting moved slowly but gradually onto that site. The Tardis Zone, then this site, this channel will actually change name. It will become the Tardis Zone Live. It won't have the official YouTube channel thing on it anymore. It'll just be called the Tardis Zone Live. And as I said, all my interviews and all my live streams will be on this channel. Also, as I said, I'm in negotiations right now. I say negotiations as if it's some big bleeding yoke, but I'm in talks. I'm in talks. I know, laugh all you want, woman. Right. I'm in talks with other YouTubers, because we have an idea. Well, it was originally my idea, but because nobody actually jumped up on the idea, I kind of forgot about it. But now it's not being brought to my attention again, and it seems that there seems to be a couple of participants that are actually keen. So, yeah, there's something we're going. I can't announce that yet because nothing's been finalized yet, but there will be a couple of announcements on this channel soon. And also tomorrow, hopefully, if everything goes to plan, I will have a guest tomorrow. Not live, it'll be a pre-record, but it will premiere and I will be in the live chat. So if you just want to talk to me during the video, I'll be in the live chat. And if you just have any questions to ask me while you're watching the video, I'm hoping to get someone on that's going to talk about this whole Doctor Who information rumor. We'll be talking about absolutely everything. And if I'm correct in saying, might have some big announcement tomorrow as well. And by the way, before anybody asks me, I'm not being told. So I just have to wait. I'll be probably told before we go do the pre-record, and just to get me all excited. But yeah, so that's what I've been told. There's gonna be something revealed on my channel. So like yous, I'm just, I don't know. I've been trying to get it out of the mall all night. It's not working. So I have to wait. I'm gonna be like yous. So I did actually ask, please tell me that they haven't reversed their decision. And the reply that I got was actually so funny. So I'm not worried. It is something, but I still don't know what it is, and it's killing me because I normally do know, but I don't. Not this time. Not this time. And that happens. Look, we'll find out together tomorrow, won't we? And it'll be all exciting. That's if everything goes to plan, because this was supposed to happen ages ago as well, and things got in the way, and schedule and stuff like that. So this time everything hopefully has aligned properly, like these speakers. And we will have some Doctor Who information tomorrow. So for all you Jodie bots that are watching, remember tomorrow on this channel when a video premieres, remember I'm going to be talking about using that precious Jodie Whittaker, and maybe about our future and other stuff like that. And yeah, so you'll probably want to watch, right?
You need to clarify, like, the toxic people, because some people like Jodie and aren't insane.
I know, but I said the Jodie bots. That's why we call them Jodie bots. Jodie bots. Right? We call them Jodie bots now. It must be something really, really big. It must be really, really big. But it'll be grand. I'll be putting up by the way, and I will be putting up those tweets that I've received, and those idiots that have had a go at me as will actually see what people are saying to me. Of course, I will protect their identities, because I don't want to be accused of sending people to be harassed, even though that is not the thing that I do. But I will show you the kind of stuff that I get sent. It's actually some of it, it's not the worst thing in the world. I get sent worse things, but if I put the worst things up on the internet, I'd lose my YouTube channel, because I get some sickening stuff. So yeah. So I think that's everything, isn't it? I don't think there's anything else I need to address tonight. Is there?
No, do you think when you say you're going to go, you'll actually come? That's twitchy.
Yeah. Right.
Twitchy butt.
It's actually sad, because I just read something there about Christopher Eccleston before I go. It says, nobody worked harder than me on my 13 episodes of Doctor Who. I adored playing the character. The problem was that the problem was that as it was being celebrated, I was being vilified. Do you know what? I love his honesty. Well, he's starting. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you, Cheryl. He's starting to become a bit of a whiny little bitch. So like, who do you think you are? Right? Is a TV show, and anybody that's watched it, they even say, and they've said in the past, Like they'll only bring people on whose families are actually interested and whose families have actually had a bit of a history. Because Eccleston's family wasn't that really exciting, who do you think you are kind of pulled the plug on his episode, and he goes and criticizes the BBC. Everybody that goes into this show is actually told there is a possibility that we won't air your episode. I think there was one on Patrick Stewart done a few years back that I think was never aired because his family wasn't really that exciting. They only want exciting people that have interest in stories and their family have interest in stories to go on that show. So I mean, he needs to kind of get a grip with himself. Like he seems to be moaning quite a lot. And by the way, mate, nobody wants to know how many times a week you have sex. Like that's stuff you keep to yourself. Like nobody cares. You know what I mean? What we do care about is the stuff that you are talking about when it comes to Doctor Who, because we're all interested in that. Because yes, rightly so, people did. You know, you're coming out and saying that you are wrongly criticised. You're right, you were wrongly criticised because the truth is coming out. But at the end of the day, you're becoming a stop whining. Stop becoming a whiny little bitch. Because you know, you made me feel bad for hating you for years, and then finally, you know, I realised that I was in the wrong. I even admitted I was in the wrong, but now you're becoming a whiny little bitch, and now all of a sudden, now I'm starting to hate you again. Stop whining. You know what I mean? We get it. You've had problems. We've all had problems. I've had me problems. Your wife's had our problems. We all have problems. Everybody does. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, someone said it there. It does look like that you are out for yourself. I've said this from day one. I still think it is a money issue with you, to be quite honest with you. I still think because you see there's a lot of money to be made. You know. I mean, if you truly embrace this, if you're truly gonna embrace this fandom, what I'll say to you is this, right? And I know you'll never hear this message, right? But if you truly want to embrace this fandom, when you're asked to do the 60th, there should be no negotiation, right? You just put your fucking pen to paper and sign the fucking contract, right? See what the script is like first, obviously. If it's a decent script, then sign on the dotted line, right? It shouldn't matter about money you're being paid or whatever, right? You love the show, like you say you love the show. When they ask you to come back for the 60th anniversary, don't turn it down. You turn it down, you can go and feck off. Right, I'm going to go. And I'll talk to you all very, very soon. I'll talk to some of you tomorrow, obviously, if the video goes up. I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping it turns up. I mean, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Right, I'm going to go. So good night. God bless. Talk to you all very, very soon. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your week. And hopefully we'll have some decent, hopefully it's decent Doctor Who news that we get tomorrow. Because God knows we all need some, don't we? So good night.